Hey guys, look what's over here. When I was going down there this morning, there were 5 catfish. Where the Egyptian goose is that's closest to the water outlet. Obviously that water is much cooler and the catfish were turning and constantly moving in it. So you can't tell the difference now between the wild geese, the babies and the big ones, right? There's a crow there as well, okay? So you have 3 there and you have 2 over here. So there's 3 there. Wow. And there are 3 here. So that other stray one has stayed in there. And now they're together. They're all basically the same size. Those chicks have grown. I think we're going to be waiting for a while for the sun to come up, to become visible, the sun disk. And so I have another idea because of the readings. We're going to go into Ducan Altum. And on the way in, I have a question for you. How close is God to us? And we know of Jacob's dream, and he said, truly this is the house of God. But isn't everywhere the house of God? Where you are right now in your kitchen, on your pillow, wherever you are is the house of God. Even up there in the moon, in the center of the sky, God's not far away. He is everywhere. He is close to us. Where you live is the house of God. To discover God so close, the ladder up to heaven and the angels coming up and down. Heaven reflected on earth. God's presence in our lives. Everywhere. When people come here, obviously they feel a great closeness because obviously all the stories of God's interventions that have been recorded and shaped history, inspired, well, we could say now billions of people, because there are 2.25 to 2.5 billion Christians, over 1.25 billion Catholics among them. So that's a lot of people, and it didn't start yesterday. So then how many people have been affected by this? So coming here to the Holy Land, people are very impressed by being in the place where God was acting through history, you know. But actually, he's acting through history everywhere. Oh, I should put on the lights for you here, just to make sure this would be a little bit nicer. So the gospel stories then, and the psalm carries forward that thought about how close God is. You know, the story we have now in the gospel today is a double story, a sandwich story, one story inside the other story. And it's told in all 3 synoptics. And so it's been told all over early Christianity spread and recorded in 3 of the Gospels. And today we have Matthew's telling in chapter 9. Here we have it in Mark chapter 5. And then in Luke chapter 8. So you know the story very well. Matthew's story picks up a tad later than the others. He's just comes and he says, "My daughter has died." So we already have an earlier account of him in another story of him on his way to Jesus. "My daughter's very sick, come and heal her." And now we have that my daughter died. So it's when he got news that his daughter had died. And Jesus comes and raises her from the dead. He takes her by the hand and he says 2 words in Aramaic. Talitha kum. Little lamb, arise. God is very close. And a number of people have asked for prayers for recent bereavements in the family, friends, and others are praying for people who are very sick, whose health is failing. Let's put our hand in Jesus' hand. Jesus, take my hand. Hold it always. You are very close. The Word made flesh. That closeness that Jacob discovered, the angels going up and down on the ladder, has become more concretely close in the incarnation. It has become so close to us through that mystery that the person near us, whatever we do for them, that echoes inside the Trinity. That's how close God is to us. Whatever we do to another echoes inside the Holy Trinity. Here, honoring the great women of the story of salvation. And now the other part of the story is Jesus on his way to come to raise Jairus' daughter. But another woman touched Jesus' robes, and she's healed of 12 years of hemorrhaging. If only I could touch the hem of his garment, I would be healed. There's so many people asking for prayer, so let's do that now. St. Augustine said many people were pushing against Jesus, like commenting the gospel, but one woman touched with faith. Jesus, we want to touch you for many people that are broken today, suffering depression, suffering addictions, severe health conditions, infirmities, illnesses. Jesus, we touch you for them today. God is very close. He's close in the sick. He's close in those who help them. People, I suggest we leave it like that for today, short and sweet. good lot of that picture there. God bless you. See you later, alligators.